Hey guys, so Donald Trump in a few weeks becomes United States president officially, and he has a lot of initiatives. Some people don't like, and we talked about on this channel, his initiative to actually get Greenland into the United States, and actually his desire to get Panama Channel back to the United States. But also, I think he got a very important initiative that I think will reach a lot of young voters who voted for him. Actually, he asked Supreme Court to delay making a decision about TikTok, delay implementing the law. Actually, it was a bipartisan law that both parties voted for and President Biden signed. And this law, the thing was, if a Chinese-related owner will not sell TikTok, United States was obligated, government was obligated to shut down TikTok. I think it's bad for social media platforms in general when government decides to shut down platforms. I think the government's job to actually cooperate and co-work with the platform and their owners first, and not just make them sell it to somebody.
Well, listen, President-elect Trump has said very clearly that he likes TikTok, that it played a big role in his campaign and in his election win this year. So this move seems like the sort of the legal extension of that, right? Today, his legal team asked the Supreme Court to pause implementation of this law that would ban TikTok here in the U.S. Starting January 19th if the app isn't sold by its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. That company, of course, challenging the law. The High Court fast-tracked hearing this case, and so arguments are set for January 10th. Now, Trump's brief says that he's not taking a position on the merits of the dispute here. Instead, he just wants the court to pause the deadline while it considers this case, which would also give Trump a chance to find a political resolution.
I'm not sure how legal it is, how according to the law it is to actually ask Supreme Court of something like that. But I agree with this position. I agree with actually that what was happening in the last 4 years in this country when former President Trump was banned from a lot of platforms for weird reasons, actually, because social media platforms should be like considering themselves as a platform of free speech. So journalists could actually record interviews with Trump, ask him for interviews, post these interviews online, but he couldn't use social media himself, which was so weird. I mean, I don't think it was happening before to any government officials, not even saying that it was happening to United States president at the time. So I don't want to get into the details. So I think it's a huge danger. I understand a lot of people are worrying about TikTok and that it belongs to Chinese, and China right now is the #1 enemy of United States. But again, cooperation is way better than actually sanctioning and closing the platform. I think that's how Trump thinks, and that's his way of living, negotiate deals.
As you noted, and remember, this law had the bipartisan support that it needed to get through Congress. President Biden, as you said, signed it. That was back in April of this year. And now I want to show you part of what Trump's lawyer argues in the brief that was filed today. He says President Trump received a powerful electoral mandate from American voters to protect the free speech rights of all Americans, including the 170 million Americans who use TikTok. The Justice Department, TikTok, they also submitted briefs today in this case, mostly restating some of their previous arguments here. And Brian, I think it's worth noting, too, that a lower court upheld the law, said that the government's national security justifications for banning this app were legitimate. So we'll see what ends up happening going forward here.
Yeah, again, I want to say one thing. I don't know how legal it is to demand something from Supreme Court, to ask something from Supreme Court, but that's why Trump has lawyers who wants to do it in the most legal way possible, right? So if it's according to law, I think Supreme Court actually should side with Trump in this situation. Again, because I made my arguments earlier, why we need social media platforms and why we need as many as possible. If you don't like some content on TikTok, you can always regulate that type of content. Work with the owners of TikTok platform. But I don't think it was happening though. I think government just decided to shut it down because they cannot control it. They cannot control it like they can push on some other owners of social media platforms. And then we hear Elon Musk actually posting this Twitter files. And then we hear from Mark Zuckerberg testifying to Congress that he had a lot of pressure from CIA and FBI not to promote posts with Hunter Biden laptop. So we hear all of this nonsense and this kind of corrupt stuff. That's why I think we need TikTok. I think we need independent media platforms. Again, if something bothers government officials, if it actually affects American kids, you gotta cooperate with the owners of this platform, not shut it down. That's my position. I want to know, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also, this is Channel of Unbiased News, so we need your support. If you have a little bit of your time, share, like, subscribe to this channel. It helps the channel to grow, and let's grow together. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.